Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for Friday, the 25th, which you guys should know is the market closes at 1. They call it a half day. Technically, it's more than a half day, but closes at 1, and obviously the market is closed tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Today was kind of a dead day like I expected, but I mean, a better push in the market than I thought. I mean, a decent little push higher in the SPY. AMC was my best trade today, and it got a pop. And I called this pullback into the FIs buy zone there after that literally the second pop of the day, and I got filled at 757 right there in the FIs buy zone. It went down to 756, and sold at 797. So needless to say, I'm pretty proud of that trade. There's the screenshots. Love that buy zone pullback. This is what we always hope for after a push. Bid in the buy zone, we always hope it goes back and takes out the high of day. Sometimes they just keep going then, but this is where we, teach you to sell a good chunk of what you bought in the buy zone if you get lucky enough to get back through the high of day. So that was kind of a cool trade. And I'm going to keep this short and sweet and just go into what we're watching for Friday. And again, I don't expect much Friday either with the half day, but sometimes things really go crazy on these half days. A lot of people that maybe normally can't trade. So we'll see what happens, right? Let's get into the watches. PSNY. You know what? Let me put up my disclaimer real quick. I'm not entirely sure disclaimer is the right phraseology, but it just basically tells you what we do. In case you're seeing this video for the first time, this is what we do. I'm not an investor. Don't hold overnight. These are stocks that the daily's interesting. They're basically recent high flyers. Stocks that are in play, and then I break it down and watch for intraday setups that we teach. So you can read that. You can pause the video and read that if you need to. But anyway, so with that in mind, PSNY held up pretty well today and topped out right around the whole number 8. Could be interesting on Friday back through 8. Through 8. We'll see. DBGI. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Big volume for this stock. I couldn't find news though. It felt like Discord room pump or Twitter pump or a combination thereof. But it did have a nice volume. So, maybe against my better judgment, I'm going to put it on watch, see if we get an A+ setup in it on Friday. DLO, not a pretty chart, but it got hit so bad here and we had a couple nice trades in it this day, and then it kind of peaked at 1436. You figured this would normally roll over, but it's holding up fairly well. They had a short report put out on them, I want to say by Muddy Waters, could have been the Bear Cape, I don't know, but it's holding up pretty well. So I am going to put it on watch, but it's certainly not a chart setup that I'm in love with. COUP, I think there was maybe buyout rumors. Big pop today, held up pretty well, so we're going to watch that one. XGN, the daily chart's a little bit interesting. You had a nice 2-day run here that topped out at 420. Today had a big pop, 385 topped out. And here's the intraday. It really didn't get volume until this candle. So, and again, I don't love this as far as the volume goes. This big volume spike here, looking back on the chart, biggest one in months, and it barely broke 1 million shares. So keep that in mind. But I do like the looks of the chart, so I am going to put it on watch. GRND, right back on bounce watch. It was on bounce watch coming into today, goes right back on bounce watch tomorrow. This literally was over $71 here a few days ago and has found its way back to $10. Unbelievable, right? But anyway, goes on bounce watch. SATX back on bounce watch, a very, very thin stock, but it also had a big move and now has pulled back for a few days. So that one goes on bounce watch. As always, I will only consider something like this with an A+ intraday setup, and certainly look at the spreads and see, what the real risk is and all that too. And it may never trigger, so we'll see. AMC, I already talked about the trade I had in today. I wish it would have closed a little stronger, but Amazon's going to invest, I can't remember the number, but it was over $1 billion into movies meant for theaters. So nice sounding headline, and a lot of shorts in this name. Back here on November 14th, topped at 835 and is really, you had the run and then the flag, and topped out today right around 8. So super interesting tomorrow or next week. back through 8. Maybe that'll be enough to get it over this 835 and maybe then a squeeze. So I like the looks of this one, and it was not a bad sounding headline. CNK is another cinema, and it held up better than AMC actually. Nice breakout today. We're going to watch that one. ENSC had a kind of a day and a half pop from here that started at 203, and then the very next day hit 340, came back down, and now is curling back up. Today's high 337. Interesting looking chart there. And then last, I'm going to put DWAC on watch, which we had some trades in it back in here. Then we put it on bounce watch on this day. And you know what? Yesterday actually had a pretty nice move up to 24.58. Kind of have a quiet inside day today. So I definitely want to watch this one tomorrow. Friday. And we'll add gappers in the pre-market on Friday. And hopefully find a few decent trades on Friday. I hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. You know, stay away from the screens. I don't know what the hell you'd be looking at on the screens. Anyway, it'll be Thanksgiving. But enjoy your family. Have some good food. Some good drinks if you're like me. And then I will see everybody on Friday. Have a great one.